Okay, so for this video what we want is that we want to display this data in here. So earlier how it was that we used to fill data in here, then click on post button and the same data was getting displayed here. But we now want the JSON data from some web to display it in here. And actually when we add some database to it, say for MongoDB database, so in there also the data is exactly in this format only, in JSON format only, key value pairs. So if we are able to successfully display this data, then when we connect actually the MongoDB database, then with the same code, the MongoDB database, all the data also will appear. And for this to generate this random data, what I have used just JSON generator.com website, and in there I have created. So if you see in our task model, we have this task name and task detail, right? So that's why I have generated task name and task detail. Using these two keys, I have generated random data for this, and now we want to display it here. But before that, let us see, like in the real life scenario, when we click on post button, then after the task is uploaded, a snack bar should also appear. So let us first do that. So where is that at task? Yeah, fine. So in here, after the data is updated, let us show in the posting data to DB. After the data is uploaded, in here only we can show the snack bar. So you can use get package only, get dot snack. Okay, I do not remember the syntax for that. What I can use my Notion notes. So I have already made some notes using Notion. So it's a good website, good application. It has mobile application also, so you can make notes very easily and very well maintained. So yeah, this one I want. I'll just copy it and paste it, and after comma I can format it easily. So task posted, and I do not want this thing to appear, so it will be empty. So now let's see if this works fine. So okay, fine. So task one, okay, whatever. Okay, fine. So it is appearing, and task one was that, right? So yeah, task it is appearing here also. Fine. So that is there. Now we have to make changes in this page. Yeah, in here we have to display that whole data. Where was it? This whole data. So for that, what we will do, we have to just make changes in this display controller only, and that too in this uh, method only. Now everything else will be same. So that's the beauty of working in this systematic manner, and having the database code separately and the logic code and the UI code separately. So for this, all this will be same, just this thing needs to be modified. So for that also I will extract it. So getting task from DB. So this is the method name, fine dot then, and this thing is no longer required. We are not displaying any task from list. We will be using uh, JSON, right, from the website. Fine. So yeah, first we need to access that URL. To display this data, we need to access this URL, right? So we will make a URL equal to, and then we will just copy the URL and paste it here. Control C, Control E. Fine, fine. Now I have to get the data from it. So what I will do, I will create a response object and await http.get and then URL, and I need to make the function missing here. See, missing, there is some, okay, do I need to import it? Okay, I need to have this HTTP package, right? So let us see, let us find it in here, http dot package. Fine, so this is the one. Installing, yeah, depends, this one we need. Control C, .pkml. Make sure that proper spacing is there, and then we need to have this also import. Now we will have this import here. Fine, so it is working fine. Now after getting this response, actually what we can do, we can, as we were using, we can use logger dot d, then inside getting task from db, and the URL is there, response, and after this we can check the if response status code equal to 200. This means everything is okay, everything okay. And now we can first let's print that response dot status. You can just manually print it, like if the response code will be okay, then uh, it will get inside this block of code, and it will print response code 200. That way we can know that okay, this URL is fine, and we were actually able to get the URL, and we were able to, like, everything was fine. Otherwise, else what we will do, we will print something wrong. Fine. In here also you can use snack bar or whatever you want to display, but yeah, for now let us use this only. And I have used logger because logger in the database, in the console, displays, it appears in a well formed manner, some with some different color. But in for the print, in here you can use simply print, it will appear in simple way, so that works fine. Now yeah, now the status code is 200. Now we need to uh, get data from the JSON list. Fine. Okay, the working code is actually already here, but yes, for the explaining purpose, I am coding like live. So yeah, what we need to do, response body. Now we need to decode it. So where JSON, where what JSON is? This is task JSON. So task JSON equal to JSON dot decode, then response dot body, and I think I need to import something. Yeah, import dot converter. Sure, fine. Now I have this task JSON. Now okay, small t. Now I need to iterate through it and then add it in the list. So for where JSON in task JSON capital T capital J task JSON. What I will do, I will make a new task model for each JSON task model task equal to task model. Then what we had, task name, it will be JSON. Then the field name was, since JSON is exactly like map, so we can access it like this, task name and similarly for task detail we can do, but yeah, you prefer to do it, so I want to put task detail, so task name, and then after we have deserialized it, we will add it. Deserializing it, like we converted this task JSON into dot object, so task model is the dot object, we converted this task JSON object into dot object. Now we will add it, so in display task list, I guess, task list dot add task. Fine, so we added it. Now let us see if this is appearing fine or not. I think we need to have something more, but let's see. Okay, fine, I think we got it, we got everything. And let's see, drink water, then in here, okay, we have 2 times drink water, fine, I think it's working fine. Now one more thing is, like see, if you see, like this is not scrolling properly because we have used nested list, right? So if you see in this display task, it's a list, and task list is also a list, so it's a nested list. So in order to, like, make this whole page scrollable, we will disable this scrollable physics for this one, but this will be scrollable. So and here we can go, and where is the list.builder? In here we can just write physics never scroll never scrollable physics. Now if we save, now, yeah, fine, yeah, now if you see, it's scrolling properly. Now, yeah, but in this case, this add task button is also getting scrolled, but yeah, that is expected. If you want it to be like in here only, so you will have to convert this page to column. So this will be column, and then you will have to make, but it can give you some error, so you might have to convert it into wrap it with flexible. Okay, let's see. Actually, let's see it. Our purpose is, like, we want this to be available here. So column, and if we how to start it, okay, fine. So random flow was there, right? So let us wrap it with flexible, flexible. Okay, let's see. How to start. Okay, in fact, even now it is okay. I think it is working fine now. Okay, we are scrolling physics was off. So if we are using column, then we have to disable this. Now if we save it, yeah, fine. So task button, it will be there only, and it is scrolling. But yeah, if you see, task button is also, like, we can wrap this in safe area. Safe area. Yeah, fine. So now it is working fine as expected. Chalo, ठीक है, then I think this is good. And actually, let us see, like, in the console, let's see what is happening. Okay, so get material was initialized. Okay, fine. So let's see. So the first thing is, okay, get material controller was initialized, then add task controller, and yeah, if you have not yet made it, I think we need to make this get material. Instead, in place of material, we need to make it get material. And where or here, then again, okay, let's check this thing. Set task controller. So inside task from DB, inside get task from DB, inside get task from db, fine. Print statement we are using, so we got it. Then is loading true, we got it, fine. So data was loaded, fine. Then inside task get task from, I think we have used logger here, so I think we should remove this from here and we should have this thing up here, fine. So get task from db, then logger, fine. And getting task from db, after that we have the getting task from db, so we are inside this method, so that means inside here. Now in here response status was 200, that means response status was 200, we are in this block, fine. So and here we printed the response body also, so whatever we got there in the website, whatever was there in this website, yeah, so we got that in here. And then we deserialized it and we printed it in here, right. And in the next we will see in the model class only we can actually in this video only, let us see, like we have made it in here, but what we can do in the task model only, we can make a factory method, factory task model dot from JSON. So it will accept a JSON. So JSON is a map and it has the key as a string and then the value as dynamic, and the map name is JSON, fine. So it will return this task model only, and in here we can, I think this should be small, yeah. So whatever was in here, task controller, yeah, this thing we can actually have it in there, control X and display task model in here, and we do not need to make an object. So task model, task name, and similarly task name, this is task name, and for task detail we can just have it below that, and that you have to do. And likewise we can work, and in here what we need to do, since we have to get the task, so we can use we can still make a task model task equal to, but this time we can use simply task model dot from JSON, the method that we made right now, and we can pass in the JSON. And now also if we see, yeah, fine, let us how it started, it should work fine. Let's see, yeah, fine, so it is working fine even now. And for this task model dot, if this seems very like troublesome to write on this, right? So for that we have something called quick task. I have already, where is that, quick task, this website quick task, quick type. So in there when you go, you can write the model name, say for whatever model name, new model, say for new model, and in here whatever fields that you have for the model, let us take an example, event model. So if we have a event model, so here we can have the event name, then the event detail, and likewise event date time, event start time and all, and it will automatically generate all this thing. So right now we manually made this thing, right, factory event model from JSON and this thing, so it will automatically make it for you. So let us copy this whole thing, control C, and yeah, you need to have this selected dot, and you can then go back, we can just replace it with this. Okay, fine, one more thing, not this thing, we should have this task only, right, task model, then here it was task name, then task detail, DETAIL, fine. Now control C, control V. Now if you see the same thing that we did, we had also made it this manually, and this all this we had made manually, but now it will automatically make it for you. And this to JSON is, while we are submitting data, and this was used while we are fetching the data, while we are getting the data, and this will be used while we post the data, but we will see that later. Chalo, fine.